Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your beginning of October reading. This is going to take us from the end of September to the beginning of October. While I was meditating a little bit on the Scorpio energy, I was getting that this reading should only encompass the next few weeks, not the entire month of October. So we're going to say these are energies that are flowing through mid-October, okay, through Libra season, basically. So as we finish up Libra season, this is what this reading is going to encompass. Now, I know that sometimes readings are timeless. It's true. So not to say that this won't be relevant for some people in Libra seasons to come, but that's the definitely going to limit it to the rest of Libra season, okay? All right, a couple things before we get started. I just want to apologize. Should you see the condition of my fingernails, I want to apologize for my fingernails. I got gel nail polish put on, and I didn't realize it would be so hard to get it off. And I don't want to soak my nails in acetone for an hour, so my nails look kind of funky. My fingernails look funky. Sorry. I'll try to keep them out of the frame. I'm going to do something different tonight, Scorpio. I'm going to just pull cards, okay? And I'm not going to do the normal ellipse spread. I'm just going to pull the kind of cards that we may feel we may want to discuss, or that Spirit may want to discuss with us for this reading, okay? Overall, first card I'm going to pull is a Tree of Life card, just to see what energies you may be dealing with. Before I forget, this is a general reading for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This will not resonate with everybody that watches it. That's just not possible, right? So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you have a different interpretation from the cards as I'm pulling them, that is fantastic. Go with your own gut. Everybody's situation is different. So Scorpio, I know that people that watch, the majority of the people that watch tarot videos are readers themselves, intuitives of some sort or another. So definitely go with your gut if you're seeing a different message, okay? All right, let me pull a card quickly from the Tree of Life. Or not quickly, but we got agitation. And I think Spirit's agitated that I said quickly. So let's take a look at this. It's from the Tree of Life. Number 10. Agitation. Let's see what message this brings forth. This is a new deck of cards that I'm working with, so I don't know them by heart yet, but they've been pretty profound for me so far over the past couple days that I've worked with them. I'd like to share them with you. So our message is: to be agitated is to be lost. Agitation only produces actions which perpetuate itself. To cry shame, to clasp a hand to your brow in remorse, to strike a clenched fist against a soft palm is to be defeated. When the first beads of sweat appear, they must be wiped away, the brow smoothed, and the breath deepened. Then follow that which you have learnt, or go and be taught it now. We're looking at the suit of water in this card. We're looking at this card encompassing all of the Sphirot in the Tree of Life except for Malkut, okay? So this is agitation. This is a period of disturbance, right? Your sense of yourself has been shaken in some way, Scorpio. You're unclear about the future right now. Before I pulled this card, I was getting a deep sadness, deep sense of sadness and sorrow. Sorry about that. My dog just walked past the tripod and shook the camera. She always does come near me when I'm feeling sad, which is really interesting that she's coming She wants to sit close to me now. Yeah, I was getting a real wave of sadness, and now I'm getting this agitation card. So what Spirit is trying to tell us with this is, I think, okay, baby, go sit down. You're okay. You're okay. Yes, you are. It's okay. It's okay. Is that we're going to need, Scorpios, to live with this agitation, this emotional uncertainty, this water energy, but the water and the darker, murkier senses of water, or the, I don't even want to say murkier, but the unformed, right? Water has no form to it, for a little while. Don't suppress it. Don't blow it out of proportion. Don't make too much out of it. Just look at it and meditate. And what can you see within this agitation and within this water energy? You may see nothing in the beginning, but eventually something will form for you, and you will see something. So this is definitely a transition phase that we're going through here, a phase of anxiety, a phase of doubt. There may be a lot that has been expected of you recently, Scorpio. And you may also have high expectations of yourself. For some, I know that traumatic incidents have occurred. I know that a lot of people have been dealing with deaths, not necessarily deaths in the immediate family, Scorpio, but there have been deaths in elder family members. I'm getting that for some of you. This is beyond your control, right? There's nothing you can do about that other than feel the loss, feel the sadness, acknowledge it, and then let it move on. It's important that you keep your cool in demanding situations over the next couple of weeks, because you may be triggered easily by certain things, Scorpio. Know that this is just a phase that you're going through right now. Let's pull a Moonology card. As I said, try to be gentle, try to be easy on yourself. Know that this too shall pass. And know that this is just, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. We also got take time to breathe out. Okay, so for the next couple of weeks, Scorpio, this is definitely going to be a time for you to meditate, contemplate, think about what your situation is. Think about where you've been, where you were in the past, and where you are now. Things are cyclical, right? So not everything is going to always be wine and roses, right? This is the time for you to take a little break, okay? Take some time to relax. Now, as you deal with this agitation, it's probably important that you try to find balance between all of that malaise and I don't want to say woe is me, because this is not you feeling sorry for yourself. This is just a heavy energy that you're going through. Try to distance yourself a little bit from it. Look at the big picture. Take time out for like a little break. See if you can go on a little mini adventure. And as you find yourself thinking about negative thoughts, change them immediately, okay? Try to change them. Think of a new adventure, Scorpio. Because as we get like Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture in the full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, for me, is the don't fence me in sign. Always, Sagittarius are like, I gotta go, I gotta be me, I gotta travel, I gotta see the world. It's definitely that don't fence me in energy that my ex-husband had. He is a Sag, right? You definitely always had that don't fence me in kind of energy. So I think that sometimes it's good to think and plan new adventures. So if you find yourself getting a little too much in the fantasies and the illusions of agitation and of sorrow and sadness, think of something fun, a new adventure that you can go on. And it could even be just like a 2-hour-long adventure, or you just go around your neighborhood. You never know, you see new things all the time. We pulled these two. I just wanted to pull these chakra cards for you right now. We got Connection, Father Divine and Mother Earth. Make love in your heart. So you might want to get some green, keep some green around you to help center you through the next couple weeks. Also, yeah, you got green jasper twice, so get some green jasper, some turquoise, some labradorite. Ooh, that will help you. Some beautiful labradorite, because you also got Harmony Makes the Song of Life Sweeter. Maybe go pick up an instrument if you haven't picked up an instrument lately. All that good stuff will center you. Let's pull some tarot, okay? Let's pull some tarot. Put this up here right now, but I don't think that this is, I think that this is kind of in the recess in the back of your mind, Scorpio. This kind of just, it's like background, it's like the background theme music that you're hearing throughout the day is this kind of heaviness, this agitated feeling. Let's see where you are right now. I'm going to use the Tarot of Mystical Moments deck right now. Let's see. Let's ask this. Let's ask Spirit. Spirit, where is Scorpio right now? Let's consult the tarot. Scorpio right now. Energy surrounding Scorpio right now for a couple of weeks ahead. All right. Let's change the question because they don't want to answer that. I already gave you what's now. Okay, the couple of weeks, the next few weeks ahead. Queen of Swords. Okay, this is you surveying the land. This is you looking at the big picture, as we were saying earlier. This is you observing. This is you looking through the haze, looking far into the future, cutting through the masks, elevating yourself so you can see higher, so you can see farther. What does Scorpio need to be aware of in the next few weeks? What does Scorpio need to be aware of? Please, Spirit. Got the Knight of Wands. A lot of cards pulling out. The Knight of Wands. What does Scorpio need to be aware of? The Knight of Wands. Okay. Some of you are going to be getting messages from people that some people that you're going to be really happy to hear from, others that you may not be so happy to hear from. People will be jumping through hoops to get to you. So you may hear from, as we have that Mercury retrograde, it's not that weird of a thing for me to say, but some people are definitely going to be getting in touch with you, and you might be reaching out to people that you haven't spoken to in a really long time. And I feel like you're going to be putting yourself out there, Scorpio. You're going to want to make amends. You're going to want to be the bearer of goodwill. You're going to want to give the bouquet of flowers to the person, so to speak. Let's see what your advice is. I don't know if you should do that or not. I think that it's going to be important for you to keep it balanced, but let's see. You got the King of Swords. You got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords bookending that Knight of Wands. To me, that's telling me that you need to think before you leap. Okay, so you may feel a bit impulsive over the next few weeks. You may want to just do things. In the Nine of Pentacles, you're going to be very grounded in your abilities. Like, you're going to be very sure of yourself. All right? And if you're not sure of yourself, know that you're super capable right now, okay? But I think that as you communicate with others, what Spirit's telling us here is that as you communicate with others throughout this period, let me move these up. You know what, I'm gonna put these here. Put that out. I wanna make sure that we get them all in view. All right. As we, as you communicate, you're gonna be feeling really, really generous and magnanimous. And that may encourage you, that feeling, along with that background feeling of kind of sadness. You're going to want to get yourself out of that. So you're going to want to, you may be feeling like you want to reach out. You may all of a sudden decide you want to reach out to that coworker who has always been really nasty to you, and you may want to be giving that like palm leaf of you know, creating a truce with that coworker, say. I'm just giving you an example. And then once you do it, you realize that the feeling is not mutual, right? So temper your desire to act impulsively or to go out. Think about why it is that you were in that situation to begin with, okay? Keep that balance when you're dealing with, keep the balance when you're dealing within groups. Okay, there is a change coming for you. There is a group of people coming in for you. Sorry, my dog is really sitting at my feet at the bottom of the camera, so I apologize for the shaking of it. There is a change coming in for you, Scorpio. You are going to end up with a group of people that appreciate you, that recognize your value. That is coming for you. What's the advice? What should Scorpio do over the next couple of weeks? So let me just finish that thought. That is coming in for you, a group of people that will respect you, that will support you, and that's coming in for you in all areas, work, relationship, wherever it's been lacking for you, it is coming in for you, but it's not here yet. So don't treat the individuals in your surroundings who have not proven themselves to you as being worthy, basically. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt yet. Remember why it is that they are the way they are, okay? Yeah, because you have a lot to offer and you're moving on. Yeah. King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Sun. You're definitely moving on. This is you showing your true value. This is you being recognized. This is you seeing just how grounded and, oh, this is going to sound so cheesy, but you know, you're an asset, Scorpio. Wherever you are an asset. And those in true leadership positions recognize that. And if you're surrounded by people who are not true leaders or underlings or, you know, mid-management, or even with your group of friends, people who are just not at the level that you're at yet, they may not recognize it. That's okay. You're moving on. The Six of Swords, you're moving on to calmer shores, right? You're about to reach that oasis. And then the Sun at the end there, lots of healing, lots of joy. The Sun is also a card of partnerships and collaboration. So I'm getting that a lot. The Three of Pentacles, the Sun, that is collaboration. You are moving into a place where you will be able to share and truly collaborate with a group of people. Yeah, your advice is the Judgment card, Scorpio. So again, I'm getting that, you know, be aware, be discerning, okay? It's going to be important for you to be discerning as you move through the next few weeks. And I'm just getting that same message over and over again for you, Scorpio. Don't rush into, don't be lulled into a false sense of security with people from your past who didn't have your back, all right? So as you move forward, keep that in mind. You will be moving into a new phase for sure. You will be surrounded by people who appreciate you. It's definitely coming. It's just not here yet. So don't mistake the old with the new, the old paradigm with the new, okay? Again, yep, all right, same cards. So with the top deck, we got the King of Swords. It's giving me the same message. The Knight of Wands, which is the King of Wands in the top deck. The Seven of Swords. The Nine of Wands, Strength, and then the Hangman. Okay, it's coming. It's coming, and your efforts to be the bigger person were kind of falling on deaf ears in a way. They weren't giving you the results that you wanted, but you're persisting, Scorpio. You're persisting because you know that you should always take the high road and act with honor and integrity, even if those around you don't recognize it. But the Hangman is a pause in the action, right? The Hangman is a sacrifice for greater knowledge. This situation that you've been in, Scorpio, has taught you a lot. I'm getting like the Passover story. I'm getting the 40 years in the desert. You may be doing a lot of thinking back on where you've been over the past, you know, even for some of you over the past 12 years, thinking about how your life has changed, and think about how drastically your life has changed in this time, where you were 10, 12 years ago to where you are now, how much better off you are now. Could you have even imagined yourself that long ago, where you are now? For a lot of us, it's definitely a no. You definitely couldn't even imagine that you would be in the situation that you're in now. So let's pull a couple of more cards, Scorpio. What energies do we have coming towards Scorpio in the next couple of weeks? I'm going to use the Spellcaster's deck. What energies do we have coming towards Scorpio in the next couple of weeks, please, Spirit? The Magician. We got the Magician coming in for you. So the Magician is a great card. That's a card of taking control. That's a card of recognizing all of your skills, talents, abilities, and using them. The Magician is also a great communicator, so it's a lot of letters, a lot of emails back and forth, a lot of being very eloquent in speech, eloquent in writing. If you felt like communications have been at a standstill, that's going to be moving for you. What else is coming towards Scorpio in the next couple weeks? Thank you, Spirit. What else is coming towards Scorpio in the next couple weeks? We got the Moon, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Wands. Now the King of Wands, this is the second time the King of Wands popped out for you, because when I pulled the Magician, the King of Wands came out with them, but I put them back in the deck. So, okay, so for some of you, there is new romance coming in. For sure, definitely, without a doubt. I don't usually talk about love, but I'm definitely feeling it. For some of you, there is definitely a new romantic situation with a King of Wands type person. So, you know, fire energy, but I don't, you know, this could be, I don't like to say definitely it's going to be one of the fire signs. It could be somebody with a lot of fire in their chart, right? It could even be, you know, like a Scorpio, like fire and water. because I'm getting that with the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. So, you know, it could be a water sign, it could be a fire sign. But definitely a new romance is coming in, and this is something that you've been calling for, all right? You've definitely been asking Spirit to bring this romance in for you. And all the negative feelings that you've felt previously towards relationships, those are going to go away. You're approaching relationships from a new perspective, Scorpio. All of this reflection that you've been doing, all of this recognition of the agitation and the sadness and the sorrow that's been kind of playing in the background, that's really helping you appreciate all the beauty that surrounds you, all the love that surrounds you, and you're approaching love in a new relationship, in a new way. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups and King of Wands situation, please, Spirit. Tell me about the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands situation. Okay, we got the Page of Pentacles and Justice. All right, so Justice and the Page of Pentacles. So this is going to be, you know, a relationship that, while there's definitely going to be passion there, energy, with the King of Wands, this is something that is long-term. This is something solid. This is something that you're going to take slowly, okay? And this is something that's due you, Scorpio. You're finally due. This is obviously for the single Scorpios. You're finally due for a relationship that is balanced and harmonious and worthy of you, okay? And this is karma coming in for you. For those of you that have already been in relationships, it's just going to get stronger. Whatever relationship you've been in, it's definitely going to get stronger for you. Let's see. How do we see energies approaching Scorpio at the end of Libra season? Kind of like, what's our kind of final outcome, but not really final outcome, because there is no final outcome ever to life, right? Okay, but you got the Seven of Wands. And I love the Seven of Wands in this deck because he's so, you know, he's just so proud of himself, and he's so kind of relaxed in a way. Usually you have the Seven of Wands and they're just kind of, they're fighting, but this guy on the Seven of Wands, or gal, I'm not sure, has kind of conquered everything, conquered those 6 wands beneath them, and now they're kind of surveying the land and looking ahead. And with the bird on the bottom there, that's telling me that this, for some of you, this is a spiritual battle that you're able to win in the next few weeks. So at the end of Libra season, you're definitely going to be feeling like you conquered your inner demons, or you conquered this, not to sound cliche, but the shadow aspects of ourselves that have been so prominent right now, and that have been kind of bringing us down. You're definitely going to acknowledge them, face them, and temper them, bring them to submission, right? And you're going to feel good about yourself. The Seven of Wands is also, defending your position, but this person has already won. This person isn't battling anymore. This person has already won the fight. So at the end of Libra season, you're going to realize that you won this battle, even if it's just to control that kind of sense of sadness that you've been feeling. Judgment, rebirth. Yeah, you're going to feel a whole new happy rebirth. And look, I just want to put this here because you got the Judgment card twice. So in the beginning we got the Judgment card for what to do as your advice when we were first pulling cards, and then you got it again here for how you're going to be feeling at the end of Libra season. So this is a whole new, this is deep, Scorpio. So this isn't really, you know, I'm not getting like, oh, you're going to get that job, although you might. I'm really feeling this is more of an internal acknowledgement of your strength and all that you've been through. And you're going to conquer that, and you're going to kind of be reborn, basically. Reborn at the end of Libra season, just in time for Scorpio season for your birthday. Which is pretty fitting, huh? I like it. All right, let's pull some Kipper cards. Haven't pulled these in a while. Let's pull some Kipper cards and see just, you know, what we got coming up. See what Kipper has to say. What's Scorpio got to look forward to over the next couple weeks? See what other messages come through for us. What does Scorpio have to look forward to over the next couple weeks? Thank you, Spirit. What does Scorpio have to look forward to over the next couple weeks? We got journey. Some of you may be taking a journey, a trip somewhere. Some of you may have relatives or friends come visit you. What else does Scorpio have coming up over the next couple of weeks? A message. So this is interesting, a message. You could be sending out messages. We were talking about getting messages from people that you haven't spoken to in a while, people from far away perhaps. You may be getting messages from them. What else does Scorpio have to look forward to over the next couple of weeks? House. A grand house. I feel like people are going to, for some of you Scorpios, you're going to have people come and visit you, stay with you over the next couple weeks. For some of you, you may be moving into a new house. You may be getting that message, that official documentation. You got this, you know, this looks pretty official. This is letters and documents and seal of approval. Some of you may be getting loan documents for a house. If you've been looking to move into a new home, you may be purchasing a home. What else does Scorpio have to look forward? So if you've been wondering if that, if the mortgage is going to come through, if you're going to be able to get that, you will. You also got main female. I think that's you, Scorpio, okay? That's you kind of taking control. Poverty. I wouldn't be too freaked out about the poverty card because I think that's letting go of that poverty mindset. Yeah, and you got courtship. I mean, I really should put these on the bottom because these are our first cards, but I'm getting too many cards on the table, man. All right, what was the order here? Okay, main female, poverty, courtship, and privileged lady. Yeah, so I think that I'm getting a couple messages here. For some of you, you are no longer going to be in this poverty situation where, for this new relationship that's coming in, where you don't feel like you're the main person. This could be male or female, it doesn't matter. But for some of you, you're going to feel like this is going away. You're going to be courted, okay? You're going to be made to feel very special. You're going to be made to feel privileged, the privileged lady, again, whether you're male or female. But that's coming in for you. We were talking about that relationship. That's definitely coming in for you a little farther down. I think that's probably at the end of Libra season for those of you who are single and who are ready to open up and be in a new relationship. If you're not ready for it yet, Scorpio, you know, you might be in that hangman situation, and you may need to work on it a little more to get yourself, to get your heart open enough to receive. But for most of you, I think, you know, you're getting there. I think that's what this last bit of time in Libra season is for Scorpios. It's sitting with the shadow and dissecting the shadow, understanding it, respecting it, but not letting it take control of you, and moving on. You know, and you have to face that, and you have to learn how to be a new person. I keep getting 40 years in the desert, the biblical story of the Israelites spending 40 years in the desert before they were able to move into the promised land. When they lived in the desert for those 40 years, they had to live there to forget the old ways. They had to learn how to be new people. They had to learn how to, they had to forget how to be slaves. And the reason why they said it's 40 years, it was so that a whole generation could pass, so that the new generation of children that were born to the slaves never had that experience. They never knew what it was to be a slave, so they could move into the promised land free and clear. So, you know, when we talk about that 40 years in the desert, it's kind of learning how to be a new person, right? Forgetting the old ways that kept us in bondage, and moving into the new and into abundance. And I think that over the past, as we were saying, over the past 10, 12 years, Scorpio, that's what you've been doing. And we're coming to the end of that period right now. Okay, let me pull a Nature's Whispers card for you, Scorpio. You got Acceptance of Love, and this came out yesterday for Libra as well, which is fitting because we're coming into the end of Libra season. So let me read to you from the book, Acceptance of Love. It's number 38. Acceptance of Love. This image, I'm going to hold it up for you so you can see, because it's such a beautiful card. This image is a representation of the harmony of opposites, masculine and feminine. You have the ability to give love freely to yourself and to others. It is important to understand that you are whole, complete, and perfect now. Now. You are whole and complete and perfect now. Not in the future, not you weren't in the past and aren't now. You are now. And you will enhance the life of another. Love can happen. Love is the truth of all situations. Love the soul embodied inside of you. Express more love in your life and allow yourself to feel loved. Everything happens exactly when it is supposed to. In that order, everything that happens is what is supposed to take place. You bring a bright light and individuality into this world, Scorpio. So don't forget that, okay? If you have a Libra cusp, if you're on the cusp of Libra, or you have a lot of Libra in your sign, you might want to check out that Libra reading that I did yesterday, because they got that same card. Or if you have any, positions in Libra. I'm going to pull for you a Blue Messiah Oracle card as well. One last message. I like to pull these Oracle cards at the end. They kind of pull us out, give us a bigger picture. But yeah, we're getting the love messages for the end. So for those of you who are single, or even for those of you who are feeling a renewed sense of connection in your relationship, I think that's going to get stronger by the end of Libra season here, by mid-October. Okay, what other messages do you have for us, Spirit? Thank you. Authenticity. Number 1, authenticity. Okay, let me read to you from this book. Let's see. Authenticity number 1. Love it. Ichiban number 1. Okay. We start with a quote from Brené Brown. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we actually are. Your wisdom is the result of your courage to break through walls that once limited your life. This card reminds you to reflect on how much you have already achieved, dear one, which is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Reflect on your breakthroughs and ask yourself if there are any more walls or masks that still need to be removed. Breaking through walls is like taking off self-constructed social masks. Masks that serve only to hide your true, authentic nature and conceal the full radiance and magnificence of your light. Your connection to your soul is lost when masks are worn and freedom is traded in for social facades. Being authentic, however, is the result of accepting both the light and shadow aspects of yourself. It is about allowing your soul's true expression of light to shine through despite your mind's hesitancy. Authenticity is having the courage to be true to your very core. Release any fears you hold about what others may expect from you. It can sometimes be all too easy to get lost in the spiritual identity of self and to live your life trapped in the expectations of others. As much as it is your natural state to inspire and uplift others, remember to always be true to yourself. This could simply mean putting yourself first or taking some time out to rejuvenate your own energy resources. That was that full moon in Sagittarius. And also, that's where our Moonology cards came in, to take time to breathe out. I love it when the cards just all kind of repeat the same message, because to me that says that this is really the message that, we need to hear right now. So this card is connected to the solar plexus and the throat chakras. And your exercise is, what does authenticity mean to you? Write down what comes to you and the reasons why it is so important to be authentic. And your affirmation over the next few weeks is, I am courageous and free, living a life authentically being me. All right, Scorpio, that's all I got for you. So I hope you found this helpful, at least interesting. Please drop a comment if you have any thoughts or any additional insights you'd like to share. I would love to hear them. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And I will catch you next time, Scorpio. Okay, until then, be well. Bye.